Hey, today we have a quick lesson on ear training, specifically inspired by a question by Sherville Mormon. And they say, Neil, can you give me tips on how to actually practice solfege? Now, thank you for your question. Now, if you've been following my lessons for a long time, you know that solfege is a huge part of my musicianship toolkit. And I hope to inspire you and encourage you to use it too, because it's so indispensable in being a musician, right? In being a holistic musician where you can listen to songs and process them in your mind before even touching your instrument. All right, so solfege is basically you're attaching a sung syllable to every note that you play. Now, the system that I'm using is movable do, meaning that you pick a key and let's say G major or C major. Okay, let's say do C major. If you pick C major, then your C note is going to be do. But if you, let's say you're in A major, then your A note will be do, right? So the do can move about depending on what key you're in. Now, the first tip that I have for you, or first exercise, is to just literally sing along with the scale that you're practicing. So let's say C, rather than just playing it on the guitar like this, also sing it in solfege. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Do, ti, la, ti, do. Right? And then you can do this in all the different permutations, ways that you can play the C major scale. Let's say up here. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Alright, you can do it in different keys. In fact, you should do it in different keys. So let's say we are in the key of A major. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Now, if you want to learn how to play all these scales, go download my scale position guide for free at my website. All right, the links are all in the description below. Now, the next tip that I have for you is beyond just playing the scales up and down, we need to also learn how to jump in between notes. Now, the simplest way that you can do this is to just skip one note every time that you're doing the exercise. So for example, right, in C major, rather than going do, re, mi, I want you to just skip from do, mi, go straight to mi, and then go back down to re, and then skip to fa again. So do, mi, re, fa, mi, so, fa, la, so, ti, la, do, ti, re, do. And this is great because in songs, you're not always going to so conveniently get notes that are just climbing up and down the scale. You have notes that jump around, right? From do, mi, so, for example, or do, mi, re, so, la, fa, mi, re, mi, do, right? It's not always going to be just walking up and down the staircase. And that's what makes music interesting. Okay. Now, the last tip that I have for you is, this is probably the most important one, which is applying it to songs that you are familiar with. So I'm just taking one of the most popular pop songs today in this recent time, which is Ed Sheeran's Perfect. So let's say we know how to play the song, we know how to sing along to it like this. I found a love for me, and darling, just dive right in, follow my lead. Alright, so yeah, we're able to sing it, but can we sing it in solfege? Now that's the next level. So slowly figure out what the melody is in solfege by using your scale. So the first note is I found a love. So let's find the first note. Okay, that's the note. I found a love. Okay, so this is so, la, do, do. Now take as long as you need to figure out the melody in solfege, but then after that, practice it over and over again by singing the song in solfege, and then you're really going to appreciate how you know every single note that is being sung in that melody, and then you can eventually play it on guitar, make your own fingerstyle arrangement, so on and so forth. So, for example, let me try to sing it in solfege. So, la, do, do, mi, re, do, mi, re, mi, 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 re, do, do. Alright, so actually, if you think about it, the melodies are pretty simple for pop songs, alright? It's just going to be these same notes within the key, and just going to be different arrangements. So after a while, you only have these 7 notes to choose from. And most of the time, songs don't even use all 7 notes. So if you think about it, it's not actually too difficult. But of course, the more you do it, the more you rinse and repeat, the more adept you will get. at doing that. Alright, so that's 3 tips for you. First is just practice the scale itself. Then after that, practice by jumping around the scale, right? Jumping notes. So in this case, I talked about practicing in thirds. Do, mi, re, fa, mi, so, fa, la, so, ti, la, do. Alright, that's the second tip. And then the last one is to actually sing songs in solfege. Songs that you're familiar with and that you like. Alright, so I hope this has been helpful for you. And if you want to actually practice alongside me, I have that available for you in my fingerstyle for the world guitar course. You can go check it out in the description below, where I actually go really in depth into how to practice your scales, your chords, your solfege, and how to apply them to creating your own fingerstyle arrangements. Now, let me know if you have any more questions. More than happy to help all of you out, right? Alright, have a great day and take care. Bye-bye.